A Scottsbluff man learns his fate following a conviction of third-degree sexual assault of a child. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a Scottsbluff man convicted on charges from a series of sexual assaults of a 6-year-old girl has been sentenced. Late last year, a Scottsbluff County District Court jury convicted 40-year-old Christopher Matthews on third-degree sexual assault of a child and intentional child abuse without injury. Following a competency evaluation, Matthews was sentenced last month to 3 years in prison on each count, the maximum penalty under state law. Once released from prison, Matthews will be on lifetime parole supervision and a registered sex offender. Sticking with the courts now, as 2 Banner County elected officials were ordered to begin serving jail time immediately Friday morning following sentencing for their convictions on amended misdemeanor charge of attempted public indecency. Banner County Treasurer Monty Stoddard and County Assessor Bernice Huffman received identical sentences of 10 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, 12 months probation and drug testing and associated costs, plus 150 hours of community service. Stoddard, Huffman, and county employee Kaylee Reese were originally charged with public indecency and consumption of alcohol on public property in connection with a sexual encounter that took place inside the Banner County Courthouse back in December. Reese, who was also convicted on the same amended charge, was sentenced to a $500 fine plus court costs and 12 months probation, including drug testing and associated costs. Both Stoddard and Huffman, who are up for re-election this year, were publicly censured by the Banner County Board of Commissioners during their meeting on April 19th. Board members voted 2-1 in favor of the resolution that stated it would be in the best interest of the county for both to resign. According to the minutes of the meeting, Stoddard told the commissioners that he's not a quitter, was going to do his best to make things better, and respectfully refused to resign. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back. The Scottsbluff County Board approved $10,000 in tourism promotion funding for Oregon Trails Day last week, but not without some discussion on the process involving the County Tourism Committee. Funding for Oregon Trail Days, as well as the Father's Day Classic Car Show and Sugar Valley Rally, has automatically been grandfathered into the Tourism Committee budget for more than a decade, but this year, organizers were asked to appear before the committee to explain how they would use the funding. Committee member Dave Wolf said that the tourism organization asked OTD organizers for a few minor changes to their promotions.
We'd like to have the website updated by the first quarter of the year. I know even at the museum, if you guys don't know, I'm the director of Legacy of the Plains. We get phone calls asking what's the schedule, the website's not up to date. So we asked them to be able to do that a little bit sooner than they normally do. Have their brochure ready by the 1st of May, so we can do things like brochure swap and we can get that information out there.
OT Days organizers were also asked to be more active in promotion through social media. Commissioner Charlie Knapper supported the funding, but said he would like to see older, more established events weaned off of county tourism funding, which would allow the community to apply these dollars to smaller or new events to attract even more tourists to the region. Well, downtown Scottsbluff has a new restaurant. Last week, the Scottsbluff City Council approved making a positive recommendation to the Nebraska Liquor Control Commission regarding a change of location for Goonies Sports Bar and Grill. Owner Paul Goon says he's excited to be at his new First Avenue location.
I purchased the old Emporium building, and we're happy to be downtown. We want to be part of the revitalization and everything down there.
Goonies has previously had locations in Terrytown, Gering, and most recently the old Whiskey Creek building in Scottsbluff. And a top prize of $30,000 was won on a lucky scratch ticket sold in Gering. Nebraska lottery officials say a $5 Fun 5 scratch ticket from the Stagecoach stop on M Street was sold last week. According to their website, the odds of winning the top prize come in at a cool 1 in 120,000. The identity of the winning ticket holder has not yet been released. Well, still to come, Chris Cottrell with an update from the sports desk. We'll have that in just a bit here on KNEB.TV News.
May is Beef Month, a time to celebrate the high-quality beef products that are raised by farmers and ranchers right here in Nebraska. With over 5 million cattle fed and marketed each year, Nebraska is the #1 cattle feeding state in the country. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, Nebraska's beef producers take pride in raising safe, wholesome products that end up on dinner plates around the world. Join the beef community by celebrating Beef Month with your favorite beef meal tonight. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Sponsored by Frank Parts, Marker Ag, and Runza Restaurants.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. We're providing discounts on any internet service option with Allo to qualifying households. Go to allofiber.com/ACP to learn more.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director, can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
There is state golf in town starting tomorrow. The Scottsbluff Country Club hosting this year's Boys Class B State Golf Tournament. That'll run tomorrow and Wednesday. Club Director of Golf, Max Hayden, fills us in on the condition and setup for the course for the 2-day event.
The course looks great. It really does. There's very few spots that aren't lush and green. The fairways are almost perfect. The greens are firm and fast. everything looks good, and it's ready for a championship for sure.
In the pro shop this morning, I heard 3 or 4 different teams being mentioned as contenders, possible contenders for this tournament. The Scottsbluff Bearcats qualified their team through after winning districts last week at McCook. Head coach Brock Ayler on how his team can find themselves right there in contention come Wednesday afternoon.
You know, we need to get comfortable. And not just because it's our own course, we need to play it like we do every day and not force the issue. Not just any sport, you get down a little bit or something happens, you don't have to hit the home run ball. Just play. Be patient. Let's see the ball go in the hole once or twice, and it'll feed itself. So play comfortable. We need to have a good attitude, and that'll help shape everything up.
Individually for the Bearcats, Austin Tyne presents the best opportunity at a state title this week. What are his chances heading in?
Yeah, really good. Really good. He's improved his game a lot, and he's just such a good athlete. He's just as a gamer. He can feel. He's got good hands. Can feel everything. And if he gets rolling and momentum, just like you see in basketball or football, or if the guy was to play tennis, he'd be the #1 tennis player in a month too. He just is a gamer, and all he needs to do is see himself confident and say, "I'm not playing to make a mistake. I'm playing without fear, moving forward." And Austin has a chance to win it.
Gearing with just freshman Jack Mazer playing this week. He finished top 10 at districts. Here's Bulldogs coach John Hutchison on some realistic expectations for Mazer. Again, he's just a freshman.
Being familiar with the course is awesome for him. He plays up here all the time. So I think Jack has a real shot to be in the top 10, and I put that expectation on him almost every tournament because he's that type of player. Score-wise, it's hard to tell. It's supposed to be pretty nice. But all year we've been working, trying to get him into the 70s. So if he has 2 rounds of that, I think he has a real shot.
Class B making its home in western Nebraska for the state golf championships of late, with the girls having played at Monument Shadows and the Country Club in the last couple of seasons, and now the boys at the Country Club this week. A real opportunity to showcase the region for the sport of golf.
It's awesome, and that's part of the reason we tried to get this bid was, we've got a good committee that recognizes that we've got a lot to offer in western Nebraska, whether it's just the community itself or 2 fantastic golf courses. So it's always nice having people travel this way, whether they're coming from Lincoln, Omaha, or anywhere else in the state. A lot of people haven't been out this way and they don't know what we have. And so when they get out here and see their faces and the comments that say, "Dang, this place is nice," it's rewarding. It makes you feel good for sure.
Everyone expecting pretty solid playing conditions weather-wise for the most part tomorrow for round 1 and the final round on Wednesday. Opening tee shots tomorrow expected at about 9 a.m. and then things should be finishing up Wednesday afternoon around 3 to 3:30. Just starting up this week, the Independence League baseball season for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. They'll open with a 3-game road series at North Platte tomorrow and then the first home games this weekend. We'll preview things with the Pioneers coming up on Thursday's update here on the TV side. Plus tomorrow, Gering Platte Valley Companies opens at Sydney and the Wesco Zephyrs hosting Torrington. All 3 teams on our airwaves tomorrow night. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
I love working with family. It's so fun. My brothers Daniel and JJ work at Renza. Everybody would come up to me and tell me, "Man, I love when you guys all work together." They see our dynamic. I love my brothers. I love working with them.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, as the current school year winds down, Scottsbluff High School's vocal department and students garnering a number of honors from the Nebraska High School Theater Academy. Kira Sell was honored for outstanding performance in a supporting role as the witch in Big Fish. Jaslyn Adams receiving her award for outstanding achievement in design, and Big Fish itself garnering outstanding ensemble performance. SAHS Vocal Director Brad Roney says the accolades are the cherry on the sundae that is the local support shown by the community.
My biggest thrill, I guess, is seeing that we put on a show that the community loves, and it's something they want to come back to. And so to me, that's the best adjudication, is to have a supportive community that buys tickets to come watch the show, that has businesses that support because they know there's a lot of people that will come and they want to support the kids. So that is the best adjudication, I think, and to be able to put out a product that is well loved in the community.
Also honored was John Mentgen as Senior of the Year, an award Roney said he didn't know much about. And he tells us that he and a number of the students planning on making a trip to Omaha for a June 5th awards ceremony similar to the Tony Awards. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.